Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is day 8 of the Blue Team Toolkit series, and in the last session we explored Shodan and learned how attackers and defenders basically discovered exposed systems on the internet. So hopefully you practiced your queries on Shodan and find some and also found some relatable or very useful information. So today we are taking it one step further with a more structured, accurate, and blue team friendly platform. Name is Censys. So Censys is heavily used by security teams, SOC analysts, cloud security engineers to monitor exposed services, admin panels, and certifications. Right. So this is day 8, and you are watching it on the Zero Day Vault YouTube channel. I'm your host Sumit, and let's start today's session. Okay, so first let's talk about this series. So in this series, we are basically covering all the blue team tools that you need for your blue teaming for SOC purpose. So if you are uh, new to this particular field, if you are beginning your career in cybersecurity, so do check out my another series called SOC Analyst L1 series. If you are into VAPT or penetration testing, then Bubsuit series or VAPT series, or do not forget to check out all the other previous Blue Team Toolkit sessions. So if you want access to advanced labs or other things, so you can join member only live classes. So then you can consider the joining the channel membership. Okay. So now let's talk about Shodan. Okay, so Shodan, what is actually Shodan is? So if we talk about Shodan, what is actually Shodan? So Shodan is like a internet exposure search engine that continuously scans the internet just like a Shodan and organize data into structured field. So Censys basically it indexes host and IPs, all the open ports and services, HTTP responses, TLS, SSL certificates, domains, subdomains. Like so, unlike Shodan, which is more bannered focus, so Censys is extremely structured and accurate. That's why the blue team is basically loving it. So if I go to the Shodan platform, so this is the this is the Censys platform, and in this Censys platform you can create an account for free. Once you create an account for free, you will get 100 queries per month. Okay, so there is a subdomain which you will be redirected to, like platform.censys.io, and in this platform I already logged in, and if you see here, I have, right, like whatever queries I left in my monthly plan. Okay, so if you see here, like this is my plan, this is the monthly plan, and in this I have 84 credit left out of 100, and this will be resetted, like the credits are expired on January 8, and then the again 100 queries will be provided. But if you need, like if you want to use the Censys platform more, then you have to buy some credits, and for that you need to purchase an account. Like this is the pricing, right? And there is one more thing that you can use of, like you can use the Shodan Censys personal access tokens, right? What is personal access token? If you want to integrate your Censys account with the tool, with any of the tool you are using it for querying purpose, so you can create a personal access token. Okay, so this is the basic overview of this platform, and when you log in into an account or when you create a free account, this is the structure, or this is the dashboard you will see it. So this is the default dashboard you are seeing here, like how discover our data. So this is the database of the Censys. Then you can investigate 207 protocols, 200 K plus ICS host, open directories, bulletproof host, and many more things, right? There are some example queries available. You can switch to upgrade account. So there are multiple functionalities that is available with the Censys platform. So Censys is just like a exposure search engine. You can find exposed panels, services, and certificates. Now what we can discover with the help of Censys is basically hosts. If you are like, just like Shodan, if you want to discover hosts, services, certificates, domains, so you can use the Censys platform. And why the blue team should learn about Censys? Because if you are choosing Censys over Shodan, then there is only one thing that's why we choose Censys above Shodan, which is like, in Censys you will see the structured data. In Shodan you will not see that, but in Censys you will see it. So we can find out some exposed admin panels, we can monitor some assets, we can detect misconfigurations of the server, we can identify some shadow like behind the or backend things, we can track certificates or TLS uses, or we can use Censys to create a attack surface monitoring. Okay, and if I compare the Censys to Shodan, then what will be the difference will be data type. So in Censys it will be structured, in Shodan it is banner based, like you will get a lot more information in form of banner. Censys is particularly focusing on certifications, hosts, or services, and Shodan is focusing on services and devices. The accuracy is both similar. Use cases like why Censys is used to perform or to discover the exposure intelligence, and Shodan is particularly used for recon or hunting purpose. Best for Censys is best for blue teaming, or Shodan is basically for used for attack and defense purpose. So this is the common difference, or you can say like the basic difference that you can use it. Now if we compare or if we use short Censys in more way, so how particularly Censys works. So actually actively, it basically actively scans the internet just like Shodan, but it will collect the IP, open ports, service fingerprints, TLS SSL certification data, or HTTP metadata. Then it is organized data into all the searchable fields, right? So you can create an account for free and then you can use it. Now if we select the account type, so there is a free account, just like I created the account in the Censys platform. So the free account basically has some limited queries, just like I got 100 queries per month. But if you want to use like advanced filters or want to use the API features also, then you need a paid account. And there is also one more type of account available, which is enterprise account. So enterprise account is used for continuous monitoring or for alerting purpose. So this is the little bit information about Censys platform, and now we can use some queries just like Shodan to find out the information, right? So right now this is the basics Censys search queries. But before diving deep into all these queries, let me tell you one more thing. Like you can see it here, go to the example queries, and in the example queries you will see multiple categories like advanced, autonomous system, certificate, geolocation, hash data, IP addresses, malware, operating system, services, software, TLS, web property, technology, vulnerabilities, many things. And similarly there are some queries are also available, like suppose you want to find out some host by country, you want to find out some host by country. So specific country if you have in your mind, then you can use a query called host.location.country equals to, and then in inverted comma you can provide the country name. So in the example, a Canada is written, like Canada country name is written. But suppose you want to discover some hosts in India, then the query will be host.location.country equals to India, right? If you want to search it with the city, then you can give it is provide the city name, right? and there are multiple things. So there is no need to learn the queries. Like you just need to have a basic idea about the platform, how you can basically get the information, how to search it, and then you can find out all the relatable queries listed here. Suppose you are diving or you want to find out some services, so click on the services category, and now you will have all the example queries. So see, there are queries like how can I find host running on a specific service. Suppose if you are particularly having a target and want to check if the particular service is running or not, so you can use this query called host.services.protocol and then equals to then your service name. If you want to detect it with the port number, then you can use host.services.port equals to the port number. If you want to check a specific service on a specific port, then you can define two values like host.services, then port number, then protocol. Vendor, right? Software vendor, country. So there are multiple things, multiple queries. Example queries are given here. You can check it out with the operating system as well. So if you have a specific operating system in your mind, then you can use the operating system query like this: host.operating_system and then product equals to Windows. If you want to check with the Linux system, then the query will be host.operating_system.product equals to Linux, right? So these all are the example queries. So I suggest you, like, you can use those queries one by one. Not like if you search those queries one by one, you will have a specific idea about it, like why this query is used and what type of data or what kind of data we will basically get with the help of those queries. Okay, so in out of those queries, I picked up some important queries that might be useful for you. So let's check them out. So first, suppose I want to check with a particular service name. So we can use a query called services dot service underscore name and then provide your service name, right? So if you want to check with the port, then services dot port colon your port name. So let me use this query. So how to use it? You have to go to the platform.censys.io. This will be the home or dashboard page. Here you are seeing a search panel, and here you can use the queries. So the query will be services, so host.services. So it will automatically generate the queries, and now you can fill up, like you can complete the query. So host.services.port, and then you can provide like equals to, or other things are also available, like greater than, equals to, contains, less than, greater than, or exact match. So if you use equals to, then it will be if it will provide the exact match. But if you use a colon, then it contains that thing. If you use greater than equal to, if you use less than equal to, or less than, or greater than, or rejects queries, so you can use whatever you want. So right now I want to get, or I want to see the exact information for particular port number. So you can use it like this. So there are also some important port numbers are given. See, like here also in the platform, it shows like it has the information about 207 protocols. These are the extremely important protocols we have. So that's why these 207 protocols are given. But you can want to search like port number, suppose 22. So you can select the port number 22, and then if your query was right, a check or a tick sign will be there, like the query was right. And if you suppose not particularly provide anything, or the query will be wrong, then you will see a cross sign, right? The query is wrong. So you will get the immediate idea about it, like if you write the query, or if you type the query wrong. Now suppose let me complete the query and search it. So if you search it and then check the result, so it is checking the every corner of the internet, and here is the result. So you will have around 2 crore 23 lakh 44,798 results in very few seconds. And here is all the information. So this is the IP, this is the network and location information, what it is matched in this query. So you basically search for 22, so that's why the 22 port number is matched, that's why the information is given or retrieved. Now you can click on that IP and see the other information about that IP. So when I open it now, as soon as I click it, so a new query will be generated, because right now I want to see the additional information about the particular IP. So your query will be host.ip. So it will automatically redesign the query according whatever, wherever or wherever you click. So right now I'm searching for this IP, so this is the information. And the reverse DNS, no data, no data. Operating system has no data. For total services, that means on that IP 21 port number 22, 80 or 443 is open. The who is network, the autonomous system, and then every particular open port information is there. So in 21 it is running VSFTPD, and in 22 it is running Open BSSD, Open SSH, and in 80 it is running phpMyAdmin. But you are seeing here the status code also, and the HTTP title, the body hash, the response body, right? And in 443 this is this. So if you want to open the port or open the IP, you can click go, and you will be redirected to this, and a new tab will be opened, and the IP will be now opened in your system with the specific port number or whatever service is running on that port number, right? So right now you can use the Censys platform for the accuracy, or has more result than Shodan. In Shodan we particularly use for finding the exposed panels, but in form of banners, right? If you are into pen testing, or if you want to collect the data for recon purpose, then Shodan is best. But Censys will provide you or give you the structured data, or Censys has more data compared to Shodan, right? So these are some few queries. So let's talk about these queries one by one. So the basic queries will be services dot service name, and now whatever service name you have, you want to search it, you can search it. Suppose I am searching again with a new query called host dot services, right? So it is generating a query, like it is basically integrated AI in the platform, so it will automatically generating the queries. So I'm using host dot services. Now after that dot, and then if you want to use, see, all other queries will be created: host.services.ip, host.services.dns, FTP. So whatever service name you want to check, suppose I want to check with RDP, so RDP will be given, then equals to, right? And after that you can provide the port number, or you can provide the service name, which is RDP. So the query is right, but we are sorry, the service name will be given here. Okay, we do not have to provide the equals to. Let's search with RDP, and if you search it, then the query is returned no result, because there is no open IP available. If you check it with the MySQL, then let's see. So in MySQL we are not having any result, right? So particularly in Censys platform, you will have, or you do not have to learn anything. Just provide the query according to your need, according to whatever you want to discover, and according to your target, and then only the result will be appear. So do not remember all these queries, just visit the Censys platform, uh, click on the example queries here on the home section, and in the home section you will have some example queries, and then according to your need you can use those queries. If you want to check with the domain name, then you can use the uh, domain name information. If you want to check for the IP address, then you can use the IP address, right? If you want to check with the service name, system name, protocol name, port name, software, product, anything or everything you can search with the Censys. Suppose if I want to check some web property, then you can have this information. Then you can provide something like this, like web endpoint, then HTTP status code and HTTP status code. Basically two status codes I want to search. So see what will be the description of this query. How can I find web properties with HTTP response code between 200 to 204? That means I want to check out all the web endpoints that generate the response code between these two. How can I find the web application with specific HTTP header? So you can provide the HTTP header and then all the information will be available. The only thing that I don't like this platform is the credit, because see right now I used 2 or 3 queries, but my credit will be gone. If you see it here, my credit will be used, and it will immediately drained out. So right now we have only 63 credits available. When we start the session we have 84 queries, but I used some specific things, and the credits will be gone. So on free account you can not find the information as much as you want compared to Shodan, because in Shodan you can, of course you will not get that much data, but you can at least search the result or see the result. But in Censys, when the query was like when there is no query left, you will consumed all your credits, then you cannot use the Shodan platform. It will not giving you any accurate result. So that's the only flaw with that platform, but the result will be very high. The accuracy will be high, very high. The results are, you will get more results compared to Shodan, but the only flaw that this platform have, we already talk about it. Now if we want to find out some admin panels, so that will be your query, like services dot http dot response dot html underscore title and then admin. So this is the old query, but now when you use it, a host will be given, like host dot services host dot services dot, then you can use the query called http dot response. So provide http, then it will provide give you the response, and then whatever you have you can complete the query. Okay, this will take some time also to generate the query, because obviously it is using the AI. So see, host.services.endpoints.http, and then you can provide this query and the result will be available. So in this slide I used the queries that are used before, but they are restructured or redesigned, so only host will be available. Like you will have to write the host before these queries, and the query will be right. So using those queries, you can find out the admin panel, you can find out the dashboard, you can find out the login panels, right? So whenever you have or you want to check or want to use the Censys platform for your monitoring purpose, or want to collect the information about your target, as you are doing the blue teaming and want to see if your organization or the application is exposing anything, right, from front end to back end, any IP, any path, any directory, any sensitive information, any particular port number, services, any particular protocol, or if the protocol is leaking some data, so you can use those queries. But keep that thing in mind, like you will have only 100 credits for free account. Of course you can create multiple accounts with different email addresses, but with one email address you can only use 100 credits, otherwise you cannot use that much, that this platform that much. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the different queries that you can take some examples and then perform your Censys search. Okay, so now the queries for searching by service and port. So these are some queries for searching the by the service or port number. These are the queries for organization or cloud services. Like you want to search for organization name. So suppose you want to check out how many IPs or how many exposed panels you have with the Amazon or under the Amazon organization, then you can design your queries like this. You can provide the query organization colon your company name also, and if any of the exposed panel is available, you will see the information. Now, if you want to check with the IP ranges, suppose if you have any IP or if you want to search any host, then you can use this filter called IP and then your IP address, or if you have a range of IP, then you can provide the in the CIDR format also. Okay, so Blue Team is particularly using these queries for validating the non IP ranges, incident response investigations, or more. This is the certificate based searches. So if you want to check with the certificate based searching, then you can use this query services.tls.certificates.leaf underscore data dot subject dot common underscore name. You are seeing here like the queries are little complex here, but in Shodan there is no such thing. There are very easier queries Shodan have, but in Censys the queries are very complex, and but Censys has more data compared to Shodan. So this is some high risk exposure examples. So services.port, like these particular things you need to check out in the in your endpoint or target or organization or IP, like the 9200 port number, Elasticsearch, MongoDB 6379 port number. So these, if the IP in your organization, if the IP was, or if the service or if the port number is exposed, so these are considered some dangerous protocols or dangerous services. So in all those, there are some data leak or ransomware risk chances. So we have to check that out. So Blue Team particularly using this Censys platform for many things, like the attack surface discovery, for shadow IT detection, for cloud misconfiguration audits, for certificate lifecycle monitoring, for incident response validation, or continuous exposure monitoring. Okay, so keep that thing in mind, like you do not have to need or you do not have to remember all those queries. Just use the Censys platform example queries with the help of your brain, and then you can design whatever you want to search it. So go through with all these example queries. You can check or click all categories also, so all the categories queries will be there, right? So if you want to search with a particular single IP, subnet IP, IPv6 address, if you have a ASN number also, if you have a ASN number and want to check out the associated IP with that ASN number, want to check out the IP range with the ASN number, then you can use this query. You can check with the specific ASN name also, like Cloudflare. So this is the ASN number and this is the ASN name. You can check with the country, city, protocol, software vendor, or many more. Operating system, product, from HTTP status code for subject, right? So that's how the Censys platform is used. You can also check with the labels also, like you can find out the open directories, login pages, web servers, honeypot also, right? So there are multiple queries are given here. that you need, that you can use it. If you want to categorize it, then you can select the particular query or particular category. Suppose I want to check with the web technologies, so you can click on the web technologies and all the possible examples query will be given. So want to check with the title, want to check with the body, want to check with the status code, want to check with the SSL certificate or CN certificate or fingerprint. So, but want to check with some specific uh, technology based searching, then you can use something like this. So I also have a document. In this document, some example queries are given. So let me show you those things also. So these are some example queries, of course, but very useful. So for application purpose, you can search by HTML title. So you can provide the query like this. Then for HTML title and port number, if you want to combine the both, then you can use query like this. For HTML body, for header name, for response code, for protocol, for path, for server header, right? So these are the some use cases. These are for some services, like if you want to check with the service name. So in basically in the Censys, the only thing you need to know, like how to search in the platform and what you will do when the information arrives. There is no such thing like there is, you do not have to take some load, like you need to remember queries. You just have to things in your mind, like what you want to search or why you want to search that thing, and then you can pick the queries according to the example queries, modify it, and then you can use it in the platform. What if I provide the domain name here? So suppose if I provide the domain name, so I can provide the domain name and all the information will be written, but you will get more asset information, not like not particularly all the things are related to this application, but all other things will be given. See, we are seeing some IPs, but in the matched field there are like some tags, some title. So maybe in this application the this particular name is used in the logo, in the tags, or somewhere in the source code. So that's why the result will be fetched and you are seeing this. But in Shodan we can filter out this thing. Similarly, just like Shodan, if you have want to analyze those results, then we have some filter also for asset type, software vendor, software product, issuer, service labels, protocols, transport protocols, or port number. So suppose want to check in all those results how many ports are there. So 800 182 is for port number 443, 150 is for port number 80, and then 1 is for 21, 2 is for 22, and more. Similarly, if you want to check with the protocol, then all the other protocols. So basically the result you are seeing here, it is divided into this filter based searching. Check with the software product. So there are 42 IPs for Nginx, 38 IPs for HTTPD, 229 IPs is for host, and 117 IPs for elastic load balancing, right? So using the Censys platform is not that much hard. You only need to have the things in your mind, like what you want to search, and according to that you can check the query and then can use the Censys platform. Okay, hopefully you are getting my point. So there are two more platform that has the capacity of Censys or Shodan, which is hunter.how and fofa.info. So let me show you the platform also. We will talk about these platforms in our next session, but this is also a good platform to start with. This is the also search engine, just like Shodan or Censys. You can generate queries and then can use it. Of course, you need to create an account, but you can create an account for free, but with some limitations. And the second platform or overall, the fourth platform is this en.fofa.info. This is also a very good platform to start with. It also mapping the internet and giving you the result. There are some query description available. So in all those different platform, there are some different queries to search in the database. In Shodan, the queries will be different. In Hunter, there are, of course, the queries will be different from Shodan. And in Censys, there are completely different queries. In FOFA also, you can create an account for free, but with some limitations, and then can use it. So if I show you the result of Shodan, result of this particular platform, FOFA, so you can provide the domain name, and then the query will be given, and then the result will be displayed. But for better result, you need to log in into your account and then can search it. There are a query description is there, so you can read all those queries that this platform supports, and then can integrate in your attacks office. So we are getting the result for the application, and then you can check that out. Are you getting my point? So tell me in the comments which platform you think is the best for blue teamers. From the perspective of blue teamers, which platform is the best? Of course, if you are into bug bounties, or if you are into VAPT or in pen testing, then the Shodan is the best platform. But for the blue teamers, according to you, which is the best platform? You see Shodan queries, how Shodan is basically operates. You see the Censys queries, how Censys is basically operating. So tell me, like, which platform do you like the most? Here is the result. We are getting it, and you see the information of the domain. Like, the information is just like Shodan, but the platform shares with different sets of data, right? So according to you, which platform is the best useful data or the best queries, right? So tell me in the comments, like, what platform you think is the best to use, easy to understand, and you will get a lot more information with the help of that platform. We have four platform to do or to perform this kind of information collection, this kind of attack surface mapping, finding the open ports, protocols, services, dashboards, login panels. So according to you, which will be the best? What do you think? Which will be the best? So tell me in the comments. I'm monitoring your monitoring your chatting section. So hello Deep, you are saying Censys. Yeah, Censys is good, right? Because it has a vast database, but the queries are little complicated or like little complex. But the Censys has more information as compared to Shodan. But in Shodan, the queries are not that much hard. Uh, you can easily use it, but in Census you need to find out like what actually what actually query you are typing. Okay, so there is an announcement. In this Saturday we are organizing a Kali Linux masterclass that you can learn Kali Linux, the Linux uses, file system, how to file editors, right? The user management, file permissions, password management, group management, basically the basics of Kali Linux. So we are doing this live on Saturday 20th December. So the session will start at around 7 p.m. and so you can join it, and the stream is already scheduled, so you can go to the stream and like the stream and turn the notification on. So when the stream starts, you will get the notification and you will not miss that. So this particular session will be 3 hours long, and we will be learning Kali Linux with hands-on scenarios. So you can connect with me on Saturday for this Kali Linux masterclass, and you can learn new things, or you can practice side by side when we going live with this stream. Okay, so now you can ask me if you have any queries, questions regarding the Censys platform. I'm not taking this very deep because, like, see, there are thousands of queries, so there is no uses of using every queries in the stream. You can use it by yourself. Just think what you need from the Censys. According to that, go to the example queries, find out the scenario, and then can use it into your uh, Censys dashboard. But as you see, there are some limitations. So if you consume all your credits in a month, then you cannot use the platform anymore. You just have to wait for the next month, or you can create a new account for it. Okay, so after this stream ends, we are having one more stream for the bug bounty toolkit. So if you are into pen testing, VAPT, or in bug bounty, then this series might be helpful for you. This will be in Hindi, so you can check out. We already have 3 sessions, so you can, if you not watched it yet, go check that out and tell me in the comments like what next script you want me to use for your pen testing purpose, VAPT, bug bounty purpose. Okay, so once the stream ends, you can join the next stream, which will be start in few minutes after this stream ends, and I will see you in that stream. So hopefully you will get the information about how much credit is left in my free account. So once when I start the series, I have 84 credits. Let's check it out now. Once I start this, when I start the series, I have 84 credits. Let's see now how many credits I have. So the platform is taking some time to load. It will be loaded in few seconds. So let's wait. And till the time it opens, let me check out your comments. So Deep is saying I'm telling or explaining the things very easily. Yeah, so that's my style. So thank you for your words. So you can watch the other things as well. So if you haven't subscribed it yet, you can subscribe the channel. Make sure to like the video, and if you support me sharing the stream or sharing the session with your friends, colleagues, uh, in college groups, Telegram groups, or LinkedIn, so that will be a big help. So if I get uh, responses just like today or the previous days, then I will make sure, or I will promise, like I will get more information, or more informational videos, more informational sessions for you. So one more question I have from Raptor's creation. SOC Analyst, how many classes left for L1? So there are the 4 classes left, which is scheduled for tomorrow. You can check that out on the channel. I already scheduled the roadmap for this week. So there is the day 32 for SOC Analyst which will be scheduled for tomorrow. And then we will have 33, day 33, day 34, and day 35. And after that, the SOC L1 series was completed. And in the Blue Team Toolkit series, this will be a long series. So there are today's day 8, and we are creating streams. Let's see how much sessions we can take, but around I think 50 to 60 sessions we will conduct for this series. And in bug bounty, today is the day 4 I think. So the platform, let me check out. Okay, so the account was opened. I'm going to my account and let's see how many credits I left. Now again it is taking some time. You will have some resources available also, like documentation, academy, community. So if you have any doubt, you can ask in the community as well. And queries for beginners, you can click on the queries for beginner also. So it will take you to the queries section and you will find out much more queries for beginners. So the account was opened. It is taking a little bit time. What is the aim of Censys? So Prince is asking what is the aim of Censys. So see, the aim for Censys is like finding the information about your target, about your organization, or if you have any particular IP. So the aim of using Censys is this: discovering the admin panels, checking or monitoring the internet facing assets, detecting the misconfigurations, right? So tracking the certificate or TLS uses, or for attack surface. So the account was opened. Let's see the plan. And in the plan, how many credits I have left? It is working too slow right now. But around I think 50 credits I left, because the last time in the middle of the session when we checked, it is showing 63 credits. So in this session I have consumed 25 to 30, like 58. Okay, so will start with the 84 and now 58 is left, so 26 credits we consumed. So there is little credit they provide, but that's the scene. So either you have to purchase the uh, product, or you can, if you can continue with the free product, then in a month you can have only 100 credits. Okay, so let's end the session for today, and you can join the next session which will be in 10 minutes for bug bounty toolkit. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining the session, and I will see you in the next one. Till then, practice, watch the video. The documentation or the this PDF will be, this slide will be shared in the resources drive. So check out the resources drive section, and I'm also uploading the Censys queries in a PDF form over there. So we will have more queries, and watch the previous videos, and if you like, then please subscribe, share with your friends, and I will see you in the next one. Till, learn today, lead tomorrow, stay secure, stay happy, take care, bye bye.